knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral. To make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go. 180.
59. Let's go, defense.
Let's go, defense.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Let's go. We got this. Hey, kill. Hey, force kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This will be from 49 yards out, and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wait, set. Wide, 80.
Mike, check. 53's Mike. You must be getting tired. Shadow.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
On play action, now Brady. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now a play fake. Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Brady's throw there complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Check 53's Mike. Night, night, sweetheart.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
It's the Pro Bowl corner. Keep Talib there to stop him.
Kill.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Man 5-7.
Joker.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green, 95 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53, Mike 53. He can't hang. He's not going to get
From the 27, Brady. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
interception, baby.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Bound to lose one.
On first down, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Shots, baby. That's big shots.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. No,
Second and 5 now. Brady, open man is Hill. He's got it. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jets first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On play action, it's Brady. That one complete to Hill. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's go.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Check 37. Check 37. Rip.
Brady. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Jets, 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought he may go the distance to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. 39 yards there, a big one. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Gurley. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First down, Jets.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check 53's Mike.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for two?
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Alert! Hey, 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
49, check General Woods. 49. Check 15.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Here we go, here we go.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback,
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Coleman on the draw. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
It's Coleman here, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, try to run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, now Brady. Looking deep for his tight end Gates. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Todd Gurley. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. From the gun, Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Here comes Cohen.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Your trip is here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and a couple, Brady, slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, reload.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Hey, check it. Check. Lucky. Back.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Prater for the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
All right, T.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. He may try and run for this. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Drops it off for Coleman. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a give right side, Coleman. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Mike 54. Wild Bill.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
He's going to sling this deep down. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Wentz looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. On third down, here's Coleman. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Eagles 51, Jets 23. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Brady. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I'm going to hit you all day.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
touchdown, Philadelphia! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Brady now to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz to throw. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to